in the last day or two, I put out some very provocative videos questioning Jesus, the Jesus of the Bible, and the personal Jesus that people have relationships with. You don't have to believe or follow any of my musings or suggestions or questions. You can maintain your relationship with Jesus. That is perfectly fine with me. My only hope is in sharing, in my sharing, is that it would raise people's awareness and consciousness about their selves, about their soul, and I tend to ask the questions, the conscious questions that most Christians are not even awake to asking and would not dare ask. So consider this a service to others. I'm just trying to get you to think and to dig a little bit deeper into why you believe the things you believe and why you do the things you do. And Jesus is a pretty significant person in the lives of almost 1/3 of the world's population. But we see very little life changes in humanity, in people who profess a faith in Jesus. There isn't much of a change in their life in how they relate and view their fellow human beings, especially the ones that do not align with the same belief system. We always keep a little distance from the heathens and the pagans and the Wiccans and the Satanists because our belief systems don't agree. But we have forgotten that we are one human race and one human family, and the one thing we share in common is that the Spirit of God is the life force in all of us. One God, one Spirit, one breath is in all of humanity, no matter the color, the creed, the race, the tribe, or the belief. And my heart is to see humanity unified in love, in divine love. And in order to unify in divine love, we need to bring awareness to the fact that we are divine beings. We can only be in divine love if we realize we are divine beings. And so, since the topic is on Jesus, I want to ask the question, why is Jesus so important to you? Why is a relationship with Jesus so important to you? How did you even get the notion that you needed a relationship with Jesus? I would say that you probably heard a sermon or a preaching, or somebody told you that you were in need of saving. And then the next question we need to ask is, why are you in need of saving? What is wrong with you? Right? As Christians, we just, got into the habit of just doing as we're told. And somebody suggested and told us that there was something wrong with us, and that there was something lacking, and that we were going to hell, and we needed a savior. But is that really true? Is that really how you feel in your soul? If nobody had ever told you what a bad person you are? So, you see, this whole premise of a relationship with Jesus is based on an idea, an erroneous idea, that something is wrong with you, and you needed outside help to fix that. And so, for us Christians, the natural thing to do is to call on Jesus and to require this relationship with Jesus, because we believe that we cannot possibly have life apart from him. But really, really think this through. I mean, it brings us back to the question of, who am I? Who am I? And only when we get an answer, a response to that, then we can take the next step, and we can evaluate of what we need next, if we need anything next. Who am I is the most important question we could ever ask, and to find out the answer to that. And that will determine everything that we believe beyond that and next in line. So I'm inviting you to ask yourself consciously, who am I, and why do I believe the things that I believe, and why am I clinging so tightly to a relationship with Jesus? If you are honest and will take the time to look deeply at those questions, you will get some interesting answers. But most of all, I have to say, when you ask those questions, please put aside fear. If you get that feeling of fear rise up in you, that is your cognitive dissonance of the programmed ego mind that was programmed over years. And that program runs in the background. The Christian program runs in the background and will throw an error code into your system. But you need to go deeper than that. And don't pay mind to the defensive mind. And find out what your soul is going to tell you. Back to my question from the beginning. Why do I do the things I do, and why do I believe the things I believe?